It's the Jeff Adams Show.
The Jeff Adams Show is
live from Lakeland, Florida. It's the Jeff Adams Show.
Like this and like that and like this and like this. To all the small towns, not on the map. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. To all the cow.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by
The FBA, the Florida Basketball Association. No egos, they play for passion with heart. Great basketball. Check thefba.com for local schedules.
The JA Creative phone lines are sponsored by Backbone Radio. Call in today at 818-927-6205.
Rusty. I heard
Super
this.
Rusty.
I was trying to.
That was horrible.
I was trying to listen. I was listening to the audio, and I added this cool like radio effect, and I thought something was going wrong with the board, so I immediately like switched it off, and because I was listening to the sound. So, anyways, Rusty is all. This is the Jeff Adams Show. Glad you could join us today on this Monday afternoon. We're back from Vegas, NAB, and I'm still not 100%. That's the intro, but I can use that as an excuse. That's a pretty good excuse. But anyways, I am joined by today, surprisingly, Mr. Runner himself. Cray's in the house. He should be watching the Boston Marathon.
I was watching it this morning. I was streaming it on my phone on the way in here today and sat actually outside for an extra couple minutes just to make sure I watched the end of it before I came in.
Well, let's hold that thought for a minute. I'm going to introduce Kris. RC Kris producing it, holding it down. What's up, man?
What is up?
All right, so Cray, let me ask you this.
Wow, wait. That's all I get? What? That is all I get. Let me introduce Kris, your producer.
Hey, with you as
Anyways.
We gotta get going here, man.
Okay.
Gotta strike when the iron's hot.
Yes.
So let me ask you this about because you guys were talking to pre-show, and I don't want to interrupt Kris. How in the world do you watch the Boston Marathon?
I mean,
How do you root for somebody? I mean, there's so many flipping people there.
Well, there's so many flipping people, but when you're watching, like, at least the first couple hours of it, they're basically showing the elites. So you're showing, like, the men and the women that are going to win it.
Right.
And so you got your couple of Americans, you got a bunch of Kenyans, you got a bunch of Ethiopians.
Those are the people I root for.
And you know, if you're not a runner, it's probably not going to be interesting. Just like if you're not a big NASCAR fan, watching the Daytona 500 isn't going to be interesting. You know, like if you're not a baseball fan, watching the World Series might not be interesting. But if it's something that you're into,
yeah,
and you get some of the strategy, and you know, you got somebody, you pick somebody that you're going to root for, it's exciting.
What's strategy behind running?
Well,
please.
You don't just go out and run as fast as you can for the whole time, because you're going to, I mean, physiologically, you just can't do that for a 26.2 mile race. So there's ebbs and flows. There's times when you try to push it a little bit and see if people kind of mentally give up or if they stick with it. Again, if you don't understand running, you're not going to get some of that strategy. But it's a chess match out there. And,
yeah.
And, you know, it's for me, it's interesting and it's riveting to watch.
Who's broadcasting it?
It's on NBC Universal, so one of their kind of off-mark cable channels that most people don't even realize they have on their TV.
And so they got regular cameras set up and everything?
Yeah, they've got like they've got some regular cameras, but they got like the motorcade. Like, so you got in front of the lead pack, you got like the truck with the camera on it that's following them, and
how fast is that car going?
As fast as they're going. So
how fast are they going?
Oh gosh, I mean their pace is like 5:20 to 5:30 per mile for the women, and the men are a little bit faster. So whatever that works out to be, about 12 miles an hour, something like that. For the course of 26 miles.
Do they do color commentary during that?
Yeah. There's people that are commenting on it.
You gotta watch him. What do they sound like? You gotta watch him here.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like,
he's mentally making a charge here.
Yeah, it'll be like, well, you can tell by his leg turnover, his foot turnover, that he's still feeling really strong at the 24-mile mark, and I think that this guy, you can tell his arm swing is picked up, which means that he's definitely getting fatigued, and he may fall off the pace. And oh my gosh, look at this run that he's making. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
When you run, do you have those guys talking in your head when you run?
No.
Pretend you're on TV?
No.
Cray's making a move.
Cray looks ridiculous from the start of the race, and by the time he gets to the end, it's even worse at that point. So yeah,
I do. When I ran down that little 5K, I had voices in my head. You can do it, Jeff. Just swerve around these fat ladies, and you can do it.
The voice in my head is, are we finished yet? Is this over yet?
Are we there yet?
Exactly.
There's so
Especially for
much
shorter races.
so much anxiety with running. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, it's just mentally. I mean, you're right. It's a game of chess.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get out there, when I ran, I had so much anxiety. It was just like I was like, oh my gosh. Do you get like that?
A little bit. I mean, it depends on. At least I think it would depend on. Is your goal to win or is your goal to finish? Because if your goal is to win, then you're running against other people.
Yeah.
So then there is that interactive, strategy of, all right, if I can put a little burst here, maybe they'll fall off.
There you go. I feel bad
keep
for
going.
you. So we're streaming live.
There you go. Well, you're not streaming live.
Well, they're doing a replay.
That's
but
last
it's
year.
It's from their website.
Not a lot last year.
That was last year.
That's right now.
This is this year. It's raining in Boston right now.
So how bad is the rain? Does that for runners, is that bad?
I don't think it's bad. It depends on. I mean, it depends on the weather. It depends on how warm it is. Like they were saying that at the start of the race, it was in like the 40s. So rain in the 40s is kind of not as much fun.
Well, it says 42 temperature,
Yeah.
18.
That makes it pretty cold. But you're also running. Like it's worse. The worst part of it raining is before the race or right after the race when you're kind of standing around waiting for it to start and you're just getting rained on like that. That kind of sucks.
Now, have you qualified for the Boston Marathon?
Mm-mm.
Jeanette Wallace did.
There's a handful. There's a few people that ran it from Lakeland that were up there.
Jeanette Wallace is Cray's friend, and I think
She's friend of everybody in Lakeland.
my wife's best friend actually.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I run with Jeanette every once in a while when I can get up in the morning and
she's
get into town.
she's a beast, man.
Yeah, she is.
All right, Jeff.
Just,
So you asked about the commentating, during the race. They're about to start. It looks like it.
Okay.
So can we get some example of that?
All right, you can see these ladies a little nervous. You can see the anxiety catching. There they
and
go.
they're off.
They're off. Well, it's really a mental thing here. They just get their stride. You got to block the rest of the world out and not really worry about it. But I would be a little concerned about the wet on the asphalt. That could be a little hazardous to the knees. If a slip up, it could be tragic for the Boston Marathon right now. But as you see, they're all steadying their pace, steadying the course, and there they are. And they're setting their stride right now.
Let's bring in expert runner Denny Crane. Denny Crane, so from what you can see, what are they doing wrong and what are they doing right?
Well, what they're doing right is they're continuing to put one foot in front of the other in rapid succession, and that is propelling them towards the finish line, which is still at this point 26.17 miles away. We'll be continuing with this same general motion for the better part of the next 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Breaking news. This just in. Someone just flatulated in the pack.
Yes, hopefully.
Who was it?
Hopefully that's all that it was, because sometimes there can be a little something extra.
Oh, hey. All right.
And that was the
We
Jeff
lost
Adams
all
Show.
viewers.
Scene.
They're all running away. So we're back for NAB, man. Me and Kris got back there. John, our team, we were there with Broadcast Beat, Cray, and it was absolutely... I kid you not, we were probably doing 16-hour days, like
Wow.
broadcasting and running around with our heads cut off. But it was fun. I mean, first of all, I'd like to thank Broadcast Beat, TVU, Wowzer, Spreaker, the Podcast Awards, TV Streaming Awards, and anybody else I'm forgetting. Feel free to chime in, Kris. But I think it was absolutely mentally exhausting. You talk about anxiety running a race.
I bet.
We ran a hardcore race out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of opportunity. I think the highlight for me was it was really cool. I got to I would broadcast on Spreaker for 2 days. I interviewed Tom and Dan from Orlando. They used to be on the Monsters of the Midday, and they are doing a podcast.
Yes,
they left Clear Channel and interviewed those guys, and it was a really good interview. They brought some good insight of what they're doing. How they're getting their show. I mean, they're getting a bus wrapped in Orlando. I mean,
really,
they're selling out venues, and it's crazy, man.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're leveraging that Monsters notoriety to the in as much as they can.
Yeah, they've been off it for 3 or 4 years though.
Well, they haven't been off that long because I used to listen to them in the morning when Monsters went to the morning.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dan's been off for a couple years. Tom's just been off for maybe about a year now.
Yeah.
But they still, I still hear them on every once in a while, like little kind of guest spots and things like that.
Yeah,
but,
the Clear Channel purchases their show.
Okay, is that how it
on
works?
Wednesday nights?
Gotcha. Okay,
and they play it.
Okay,
so
yeah, 'cause I hear it every once in a while.
Yeah, because I tried to get them to talk a little dirt and stuff. They wouldn't,
do it. Yeah,
because they, you got to be smart.
Absolutely.
Good business move.
Absolutely.
But that was fun. Man, we got to see Foreigner play. That was pretty cool. But it wasn't the original lead singer. This guy was jumping all around. I go, man, that guy's pretty good for 68 years old. I come to find out, it's not the original lead singer. We did a lot, man. And then we did the podcast awards, streamed those,
cool.
red carpet reviews at the TV streaming awards. So we were
Big
busy.
time. Yeah.
Busy there. And I don't know, man. What was some of the highlights for you, Kris?
The highlights?
Yeah.
For me, I will say that it was the covering the International Academy Awards. That was the best time of my life because
the Academy Awards. Where was I?
That's what they call it, International Academy Awards.
I just heard Academy Awards. I go, where was I?
International Academy Awards, sponsored by International Academy Awards. They were pretty awesome because me, Randy, John, and Jeff. We just got a tab, the inside look behind the red carpet. It was Jeff did about 120 interviews in a matter of 1 hour.
It was insane.
Wow.
And
mentally exhausting.
I took 128 pictures. We made about 1 million impressions on Twitter. And it goes to Instagram because we were doing all that. It was just a fantastic job. If you go to Broadcast Beat magazine on Instagram, you see all my pictures and all the mess. And it was just a fantastic time. And most of those people that were there, they were so energetic. It was like they were so happy, and it brought my happiness out. I did a couple of interviews on the floor, literally laying down while having a guy, dry hump me in the back. It was just lots of fun. Most of those people are gonna be on our show. They love Jeff, they love me, they want to participate on the show. So it was for me the whole red carpet, both of them. We got to meet Chris Jericho.
Awesome.
We got to meet Emily Morse.
He was drunk off his rocker.
He was drunk.
Both of them were.
You could see his eyes that it was like bloodshot red. You could smell it out of him. He didn't want to do the interview. He thought we were like a group of losers. But by literally 2 minutes into the conversation,
Just opened right up.
I was like, hey, we got to cut, because you told me only 1 minute. And he was like, oh, now you guys are kicking me off the show. So he stayed for about 5 to 7 minutes just talking to Jeff and
Steve too.
Steve,
Steve from the Tech Bus too. Yeah.
Steve, he did an amazing. If it wasn't for Steve, I think Jeff would have flunked.
I would have died.
Yeah, because it wasn't. It was Steve and Jeff that fed off each other. It was really good, and it was just an amazing experience. We got literally treated like VIPs the entire time we were there. We got to eat for free during the Imagine conference, which I didn't know was sitting next to executive of Disney, DirecTV.
Yeah, a bunch of ABC, Disney executives there.
They were all literally sitting right next to us. And I was like, hey, I just saw you on stage and now you're sitting right next to me. People were reporters, actual reporters, because we were there as reporters, but there were actual reporters there, famous.
The real ones.
The real ones, the ones that got Emmys and whatever they get for, they're sitting right next to us. And I'm like, I recognize you from somewhere. Oh, yeah, Time Magazine.
Right.
I seen you on the cover of Time Magazine. So it was just an amazing time just to be treated like literally like broadcast royalty because we were literally with the big boys, and then Jeff is like, hey, you know who that is? I don't know who that is. Just let's just keep walking, But it was awesome, thanks to Ryan for flying us out, hiring the company, flying us out. We made him proud. We literally did, between me, our group did about 180 interviews in 3 days.
Wow.
We did a million impressions on Twitter. We did, what didn't we do? It was just, we literally tripled their numbers from last year. It was just an amazing time.
It was incredible, man. I still can't imagine we covered that much ground when we were there. And I was thinking too, I mean, I still got to go to the chiropractor because TVU gave us this huge backpack. And it's this backpack you put on. It's an LTE bonding unit. So you hook up a camera to it and you can stream right to your server. So it pulls in like Verizon, AT&T, all these different LTE devices. So you can do a great stream. And it was huge because I would carry that around when we were walking around from place to place because everybody else had their hands full. I didn't want to be one of those talents that carry a pencil. I've seen a lot of those guys and everybody's like carrying stuff. So we tried to do a team effort of carrying stuff. But my back is killing me.
Oh yeah.
I think was it Dan at TVU? We interviewed them and they have a smaller unit about this big. I'm like, how come you didn't give us that unit?
That is like bigger, like my iPad. It's like literally this big. And a little bit thicker, you know, it's about this thicker, you know. But like when he showed us in the product review, well, guys, this is a new TVU backpack, and I'm like, I'm carrying a bricks, and you literally carry it in one hand. You can literally carry the whole thing in one hand.
It's like have 2 building bricks in your backpack. Very, very heavy.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to, I guess, put it around your waist, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either.
No, it didn't make any sense.
It's tough, yeah.
I just told Jeff, put it in my back. My back is 6 years of military service. It'll carry it.
No big deal.
Oh, I just had so much. I mean, I think that was the anxiety for me is just like carrying all that stuff. I mean, you know, mentally doing interviews and then like having endurance going from place to place, taking all of our stuff. Because I think we had more stuff than ever the other crews did. I think we were like D crew.
We were supposed to, though.
Yeah, we were supposed to, but...
No, we weren't supposed to have all that stuff on us.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just, you know, it just was a lot. And I think next time around, we're going to condense down a little bit because being responsible for product reviews during the day and then doing night. But a lot of the night opportunity that came to us was kind of last minute. Yeah. And we wanted to jump on it and not say no. Yeah. But, dude, a lot of crazy stories. Kris, I picked up... did you get that video I sent to you a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Okay, you remember?
I'm watching it.
No, we've talked about this before. People that are obsessed with selfies. It's almost a clinical term for it.
Wait a minute. Do not be calling me out on this one, okay?
No.
I'm under control, okay? I'm only doing 15 selfies a day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was exhausted. I think it was after the TV Streaming Awards. I did 120-something, 130, I don't remember. And right when I got to sit down, they go, we got a first winner. And I'm just like, oh, heck no. I was like sitting on the couch, had a drink. I was just sitting there and I'm just like, no. And I couldn't do it. I just said, Kris, you're going to have to do this. I made it to the red carpet and I just mentally, I couldn't do it. I said, Kris, you're going to have to do these. I can't do them. But when I was sitting there enjoying myself, when I went back down, the red carpet was massively huge. And there was this guy, as you see in this video right here, if you're listening, I apologize. You have to go back and watch it later. But this guy, I captured 3 minutes of this guy, and he continued to take a picture of himself over and over. If you watch his motions, they are literally, he was obsessed with finding the perfect picture. And I'm not kidding you, Cray. This guy was there for 30 minutes doing this in the same position. Almost to, I go, this can't be real. So I walked over a little bit closer, and this other guy goes, hey, you need help taking a picture? And the guy goes, no.
No, I'm good.
He said he was good. And now just watch. He does the same thing over.
We even offer him a selfie stick that was given to us by TVU networks.
Bizarre behavior.
Yeah.
And he just, you can keep it playing. I mean, literally, he's going to do the same thing for the next, 3 or 4 minutes, how long this video is that I took. But I said, I got to capture this. But see, there he goes again.
Yeah, yep.
And this is the thing. He's not doing different motions. He's literally doing the same motion.
Yeah, it's the same pose.
The same pose.
Same angle.
Yeah, same angle. So maybe he has some OCD on selfies.
Yeah, it was weird. Another weird thing was we were in like this secret society club.
Oh, God.
Invited from our good buddy, Philip Nelson from New Tech. They make the TriCaster and our talk shows. But it was at it wasn't at the House of Blues. It was Founders Room. I guess the Founders Room, you have to be a member
of the House of Blues, Mandela Bay.
Yes.
Wow.
And so you were
rolling deep.
No, we were. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We were rolling so deep, that according to Jeff, we got hired out by the Illuminati.
No, I was going to get to that story because it was bizarre. When we first got there was this room, and it was just dark. These candles were lit, and there was like Buddhas and all these different things just sitting around. And then someone came in and got us. It was Philip, actually. He goes, what are you guys doing in here? And he goes, we're all out here. So we went out there, and there was this amazing view of the, Las Vegas Strip. And we were, really high off the ground, and amazing view. But then there was, it was weird, because then he goes, hey, you guys want to hear the story about the Founders Club? So Philip goes, you want to go follow this guy? So we followed back into this room, and I'm like on my phone. And it just got weird.
Right.
It reminded me of the music industry. It was like almost Illuminati type stuff. It's like, it was like a secret society, the reason why the club goes. And I'm sure it was totally innocent, but I started getting freaking out a little bit. I text Kris. I said, this is Illuminati, man. I'm out. I'm going back outside. I
gotta see some daylight.
I'm not participating in this.
There was no daylight. It was night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah, a lot of crazy things, man. And, literally, I think we came up with a whole new show. What we could do in Vegas is put a couple GoPro cams in the cab, and Kris had all these cab drivers going with stories. I go, all right, Kris, try to get this one. I think one time there was one that was a dud, but everybody else, Kris seemed to get to talk, and we got dirt. Like, really.
We got Vegas dirt.
Nasty.
We got political dirt.
Story dirt.
That's
By
awesome.
names. We got some local celebrities got named.
Any big celebrities?
Big celebrities got named.
Wow, that's
They're
awesome.
doing some dirty stuff, and it got confirmed. Angelina Jolie, we're coming for you. You're in one of our stories. But actually, her story was pretty awesome. And I'll say this one because it's a good story. I guess Angelina Jolie, she was in Vegas, and she didn't want to get recognized by anybody. And then she comes in with a hat, glasses, big sunglasses. I guess the driver recognized her, and she gave him $100 to keep quiet. I was like, yeah, please.
Yeah, I'll
do
keep
that.
quiet. Yeah.
I'll keep quiet. And then it was interesting. Some stories that I can't say it on air because it literally
sure a lot of
starts
those.
with dirt and it ends with dirt. And I'm like, oh, I can't say none of that. But me and Jeff, we're going to maybe go back I'll say once a year, stay there for a week, and we literally have
A whole TV series.
We have a whole 24
Wow.
episodes because these guys literally, they love to talk.
Oh, I'm sure.
And in our perspective will be, forget about the passengers. It's gonna be me with the cab driver because these guys, they want to talk. They love to talk.
Right.
Oh man, I got to talk to somebody from Jordan. I got to talk to somebody from Barbados. I got to talk to somebody from New York. I got somebody from Texas. Literally was the Jordan guy. Hey, big shout out to that Jordan guy. 'Cause he was the first interview that I was like, you know what? I think there's something in these
Something
cab
here.
drivers. It was awesome.
Well, you could do. I bet New York, Chicago, any of your big cities that have big taxi communities. Probably, same type of stuff. No matter where you go.
It's a whole series. I guess back in the day, HBO had a series, little, I think, risque.
Taxi cab confessionals.
Yeah, but
Yes.
these guys were pretty. They just said whatever they
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to say in the taxi, and they were telling real stories, and you're like, wow, okay. Just stuff you probably don't want to hear. But I challenged Kris, said, all right, get this guy talking. Because I was mentally exhausted. I didn't want to talk to
Right.
anybody. And you're talking all day long. Another scary thing was I was on Spreaker the first day at their booth. And I guess it was so dry out there. And I was so mentally
That was a good
exhausted.
one. That was a good one,
I wish we had the video of that. It freaked me out because we were streaming a video and then we were on Spreaker, their Spreaker site. And my voice just goes. I'm looking like this going, Kris. And when you depend so much on your voice and it goes, it's a scary feeling.
Right.
And when you're like, it's like dead air. You're like, I was interviewing this guy. What was the guy's name I was interviewing?
It's from Freaks.
Yeah, the
I forgot
Control
the name.
Freaks. Is it
Yeah,
Control?
Control Freaks, I think.
Yeah, Control Freaks. They have like a podcast show.
Awesome guys.
Yeah, and I just looked at him. I didn't know him from Adam. I'm like, I had panic in my eyes. I'm like, help me. It's like my voice is gone.
Oh, Success Freaks.
What?
Success Freaks.
Success?
Yeah, Success
I thought you said sex freaks. I'm like, what? No.
Success.
Yeah, but that was insane. Just trying to think of the recaps, man. A lot happened. Just bizarre stuff. I got to watch what I say because there's so many stories.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just from people that I met just through like broadcast beat. There was an interesting story that blew my mind. I was like, oh wow, that was you.
Ricky Robinson, that's his name.
Ricky Robinson. Props to you. So yeah, it was very eventful. And you think about it, we might have a lot of future business there too.
Oh, sure.
With broadcast speed, and then with Spreaker and all these other people. So it was really cool. And then crazy thing too. Now would you just be truthful, right? Because most of the time you come in here, I'm like, we got to hang out outside of, the studio,
right?
Because most of the time when you come in here, I'm like,
you're going 100 miles.
Yeah,
an
I'm
hour.
doing 100.
Right.
It's just hard to focus and chill. But a guy from Blog Talk Radio, I guess he beat out the wrestler, right, Kris, for podcast award.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I can pull up his cards. But anyways, he came up to me. He was introduced
From ESPN Radio.
Yes, he originally created the podcast as ESPN Radio.
The whole system.
Yeah, the whole deal. And then my mind was blown because he said, he goes, hey, this is, they introduced me. He goes, this is Jeff Adams. Jeff Adams. He goes, oh, you're Jeff Adams. I'm like, really?
I love when he said that. That was pretty awesome.
I looked around.
Is there another Jeff Adams in the house?
Because I said, I used to use the platform, Blog Talk Radio, back in the day for using phone calls and whatnot when we did live shows. And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, I said, well, how much is that service now? He goes, well, if you came back, he goes, everything would be free for you. I'm like, really? And he goes, I would approach you guys earlier, but you seemed unapproachable.
Which I don't get that.
I don't get that either. I told my wife.
I don't get that. We're not like that. I'm not like that. You are like that. But
I'm not like that.
You're like that. You should have seen this guy in Vegas. Where's my what? Chris, where's my water?
BS.
Where's my water? I'm like, damn, man.
That is BS. When there's no water in front of you and you're talking, of course, I'm going to scream for water. All right?
I got some water here.
I need some water, Chris.
I just don't understand that. I don't understand that the fact that, and I'm going to have to ask him about it. I emailed him, waiting for me to email me back. But I don't ever want to come across that way. And I think some people just read you the wrong way sometimes, like if you're busy. That's why I brought that up. I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, and you're in the zone and people, they might look at you the wrong way and go, well, that guy. But I mean, I don't understand. Send me an email.
Right.
Unapproachable. I mean, come on. We're just getting started here. I mean, I don't, it's just odd to me because my wife pointed that out yesterday. I said the story to her and she goes, yeah, it's kind of a odd thing to say. I'm like,
it is odd. And all straight on, it is to call you unapproachable. That's kind of odd because I
talk to everybody.
Maybe that's your problem.
I talk to everybody. I don't know. I mean, I just thought that was weird. So maybe we'll get that. I'll have to ask him what exactly that.
What did that mean?
What does that mean, man?
Come on, man.
Mean.
Mean.
What else happened out there, Kris? There was a couple of crazy stories. Trying to think. It's just so much happened. I mean,
it's all kind of a blur.
It felt like a year. Yeah. We were a year out there. So much going on. And you could never really chill. I mean, it was just like the moment you just could catch your breath. You're like, we got to go to the next. Oh, are you kidding me?
We literally walk an average of, I was asking people around how far they walked. And someone were coming up with like those Fitbits with that account between 29 to 32,000 steps.
Right.
And that was just them sitting there, like going to the bathroom or going to another exhibit. And I was like, we walked from the South Hall to the Central Hall to the North Hall every single day. So me and Jeff would burn some good calories. You could see, lost some weight. But it was awesome. It was a good experience. We got to meet some CEOs. We actually got to be there for Blackmagic's new camera, the Ursa Mini, which is literally amazing camera. Oh my goodness. And another thing that I learned about Vegas, don't trust what people try to sell you. Ryan, he got, you're gonna be in this big house and this stuff like that, and come with the chicken there. It's just one house. Like what the guy did, he literally made one house and just threw beds everywhere and called it a bedroom house.
And he wanted
how can you do that?
Yeah, he wanted us to all stay there too.
26 people. How can you have 26 people staying in one house?
That's why I went ahead and rented a suite at off the strip.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it. I think I'm gonna talk about it because Randy should watch this. It literally, I talked about it, the speaker thing, but Randy wouldn't stay with us. Randy owns Lakeland TV. I don't know what he wanted to do. He had gambling. Something else was in his eyes. I don't know. I said, dude, just stay at our suite. But we weren't on the strip. I did that deliberately.
Right.
We're more like on the convention side, that road. But I wanted to stay off I think we were like a block down from like Hard Rock Casino, if I believe.
Yeah, we were one block from Hard Rock Casino. And then 3 blocks from the convention center, and then I would say about 6 blocks from the Luxor.
Yeah. So I mean,
we weren't like off the strip.
Yeah, you weren't in the boondocks.
But we were literally 2 streets over,
Right.
like to the left of the strip.
Yeah, but I just said, dude, just stay with us. No, I'm not going to do that. And he just, I don't know. I mean, and it was hard to stay together in a pack. And I think
Right.
he got frustrated with us or something, but it's just hard because we were getting pulled so many areas for interviews. And it's probably when you get, someone hires you out, they go tell you on the fly, go do this. You got to go jump quickly. And so when everybody's spread out, it's when you're a team of creatives trying to move, it's kind of hard when you're not all together, and frustration builds, and it got a little tense.
Here's a tip with Ryan. Hey, Ryan, when you watch this, when you tell us to come with creative stuff, you can't rush us, You can't put us on the spot. We tried so hard. It was awesome. Thank God for John. Big shout out to John, the cameraman.
The cameraman. He's going to kill you.
The director, producer, cameraman of JA Creative.
Does this kid know what I do?
I called him a cameraman, and he got a little pissed off at me. But, if it wasn't for John there, me and Jeff, we come up with creative stuff. But there's some time that we literally are so drained out of creativity, and it's weird because our last show 2 weeks ago, it was you can't stop creativity. Well, actually, you can if you go to the NAB Show. But day 2, because we were there from Saturday to Thursday, so all our creativity got done by Monday, and that's when the show started.
Yeah.
And then you were getting pulled. Hey, what would be kind of cool for a 5-second shot? 5-second shots. You think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That should be easy to come up with. No. It was like 15 minutes to come up with a 5-second shot.
Wow. I thought some of I was doing, but she would delete them. I was chased like old Tom Green style. Like Ryan has something in him because I normally don't do that stuff. And I would just go up to people with a camera and the mic and just start talking to them. I chased one guy that was an Asian guy. He didn't speak English, but I just chased him with a microphone, and he was running from me. He goes, no. And I stayed with him. He goes, I don't speak English. I go, did you keep that? She goes, no, I deleted it. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Because it takes a lot of courage just to be, can I say ballsy?
Ballsy?
Yeah.
It does take a lot, especially for Jeff, somebody that's not approachable.
Yeah, I'm not approachable.
Not approachable.
They approach somebody else, just. But yeah, it was hard because your mind you have to think quick on the fly and to come up with ideas, and it was tough. But when we come back, we got Cray Cray's favorite caller on the line, and we're going to take a quick break, and then Matt Baxter's on the line.
All right.
So we're going to grab Matt Baxter's call after we get back. After these messages.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Ah, yes. Tune in. Tune in to what? What am I tuning into, Kris?
Oh, man, come on, really? If you go to your app store, you could go check it out, tune in. Download them, search for JA Creative, and listen to us 24/7.
That sounds like a great deal.
It does.
Can you do it on your Android device, too?
You can do it at Android. You can do it on your iTunes. You can even do it on the computer. Search tunein.com and search for JA Creative.
But why would anybody want to take this station with them? I don't understand that at all. But anyways, go download the app. Quickly, tune in, baby!
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It is the best station.
Listen to JA Creative. A Creative.
Yes. Quick break. Oh, boy. I am rusty. We won't announce what I just did. All right. So, anyways, let's.
You forgot to hit record.
No, I didn't. Don't tell anybody that. Yeah, I did. But it should be in the cloud if everything worked properly, or we have one show in the air that no one will ever see ever again. So yeah, let's get to this caller here, and
absolutely.
There we go. It's good old Matt Baxter. Matt Baxter, you there? Matt. Matt, are you there? Matt.
Come on, Matt.
All right, he's playing games. Hang on a second. Let's see here.
But you have to reset your end.
I bet you I do.
Yeah. But yeah, you do forget to hit record. So that means
it's all in the cloud, baby.
It's all in the cloud, and that means I have to do more editing and just sit here and wait.
Yep.
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Matt Baxter.
Hey, Matt.
What is going on, Matt Baxter?
Not much, man.
What are you doing today?
Nothing really.
Nothing really?
Absolutely.
You love saying that, don't you? Uh-oh, something happened. You love doing that, don't you? Hello? Matt.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm just getting like radio silence from you.
Yeah, back connection from over there.
We hadn't talked in a week and a half. The show hasn't been going on because we were out in Vegas. What were you up to?
Not much, man. I went to did a little fishing while you guys were gone.
Yeah, what'd you catch?
Stinking stingray, man.
Stinking stingray.
Stinking stingray. How'd you get it off the line?
Yeah.
Did you cut the line?
Just cut the line.
Well, I couldn't get it off the line. I had to cut the line, so.
So I guess you went to the beach, huh?
What?
Yeah? Go ahead.
No, I went to Crystal River.
Crystal River? Yes.
Yes, Crystal River.
Brackish water there, right?
Yes, yeah.
What else did you catch?
Yeah.
Did you go with your brother or your mom?
Nothing much. Well, my mom was there, and we were out with a friend of ours called Robin. She was a nice lady.
Yeah. You like her?
And Crystal River is a pretty nice place.
You like Robin? You got a crush on Robin?
No.
Any romance going there, Matt?
Oh, man, my iPad.
No.
Did you get to hold her hand?
No, she has a husband.
Oh,
Matt.
back away, back away.
You
back
dangerous
away.
guy, Matt. You're so dangerous. You live on the edge. You just live on the edge, don't you?
Crickets.
Sometimes.
There's a radio silence.
Yeah. I think there's a big delay, I guess. Hey, Matt, I have a question from our listeners. Did you catch any crabs?
No, I did go pier fishing, and they were these crabs that were under the pier I was, but I didn't catch any.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Matt, did you see the new Star Wars trailer?
How can
Not
you
yet.
see him?
Okay, listen.
He has to go to the library.
Yeah, when you get on the
Go to the
bus,
library.
when you go to Eustis Library or whatever, go on YouTube. Don't watch Striper videos like you always do. Try something new and search on YouTube and type in new Star Wars trailer. It will blow your mind, Matt. I can't wait for this movie.
All right.
In fact, maybe I should just come out and pick you up and we can go to see Star Wars when it comes out. But it's going to come out at Christmas
Sounds like
time.
a plan to me.
But you got to see the trailer because you see all the Star Wars movies, right? Did you see all of them?
Yep, every last one of them.
Okay, you don't want to miss this trailer, man. It's good stuff. I almost cried. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Like, in the end, I won't give it away, but like Han Solo and Chewbacca show up. It's crazy.
I have a little moment.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Well.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, Matt. Well.
I remember this.
Go ahead, Matt.
I remember the Star Wars movie when I was a little kid. I mean, they were really good back when I was a little kid.
They're still good.
They're still good. What are you talking about, man? Get off my air.
What? All right, Matt. Well, we'll hear from you tomorrow, okay?
All right.
All right.
You
have a
guys
good one.
tomorrow.
All right, man.
Talking to you, Matt.
Bye. Man, the dead air. I try to be polite.
What was that all about?
I don't speak.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go. Star Wars is boring.
Oh, your cousin.
Get off my air.
Yeah. Well,
Get off my internet.
Did you guys see the Star Wars trailer movie?
I did not.
You're one of the...
I'm one of the 4 people. Me and Matt and 2 others.
32 million, I think, like on Star Wars YouTube's like 32 million something
Something
hits,
like that, yeah.
of that movie. I think I probably watched it 30 plus times. I mean, it just gave me chills.
39.
It's rad.
39 million? What comes out to thousands?
Millions.
Millions?
Millions.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Million.
30, yeah.
And you should see it. I mean, were you in Star Wars at all?
I've seen all of them but the first original one. So like the New Hope. I haven't seen that one.
That's probably the best one ever.
Probably, yeah.
That's how it all started.
The first one I ever watched was Return of the Jedi and just loved it. And I remember, like, I watched it dozens of times. And then I saw Empire and realized how Han got stuck in the wall. And I was like, oh, that's why he's in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
And then I went back and watched, the first 3 when they came out.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
The number to call in is 818-927-6205. We could put that on the screen. Someone just texted me and said, what's the number to call in? So it's 818-927-6205. You can call in. We'll just leave it up there for a while. Because people start texting me and it gets a little nuts. But yeah, I saw it and I just was like, it got emotional with it. It was one of those things, oh, he's going to play it. But you can't really, you can see it, but if you can't hear it, it's kind of like.
It's not all there.
Yeah.
Just keep talking.
But yeah, I mean, Star Wars coming out. I think they should have released it during the summer. Waiting for Christmas.
Summer blockbuster.
It's like, you got to wait for Christmas. It's a long wait for this movie. But I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long wait anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's been a long wait anyway. What is it? Like, do you know how long has it been, Jeff?
It's been at least 20 years.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, the Darth Vader mask, it's all melted. Like Luke Skywalker's talking. He goes, this force runs strong in my family. And it's just, I don't know, man. And I hope J.J. Abrams is behind this film. And, he resurrected the Star Trek deal. But, he actually changed the stories. Like George Lucas wrote these stories afterwards. And he didn't think it had the original characters enough in it. So he rewrote the whole thing. And I kind of knew what happens. But now I'm like, not sure what's going to happen because he rewrote the thing. So interesting to see where
and Disney behind it too,
Yeah, the third generation of the sons and daughters of Luke and Leia, where they're going to go. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, I'll watch it. Like I'm not gonna be dressed up and standing in line for 2 days to get my ticket, like some people probably will. But
yeah,
I'll watch it when it's on Netflix or something like that.
Right. But yeah, that was crazy. It was very, very interesting to say the least. Also, I saw I think they just took it down. I saw the teaser trailer for Batman versus Superman this morning.
Really?
And I went to go see if it was still up, and they took it down.
Not so much.
It was ripped. But it was the real deal. It wasn't fake.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like in the movie, like the premise of the movie, like Superman actually becomes like this egomaniac where he has no accountability. And so, yeah, it's just a very, very interesting trailer. And it's very dark, obviously.
Right.
But it was like Batman said something to him like real sarcastic, and then it just like, and it did the thing, but it showed, Ben Stiller, it showed the guy that plays Superman, and it was just real dark.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, Batman.
Okay. I think you said Ben Stiller. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That would be he would be good. It would be like, what's his face, Michael Keaton. I saw that too on the airplane. I saw Birdman. Did you see that movie? That's pretty good.
I want to see it. That one sounds good.
Yeah, but it was almost like when you had Michael Keaton play Batman, you're like, how's he going to play Batman? I think Ben Stiller could play Batman.
Yeah.
Something about Mary.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he could. Because all of his roles seem the same.
Well, but then, who knows? Maybe he could do something different. But yeah, I mean, he's kind of gotten to the point where it'd be hard to take him very seriously.
All right, we got a phone call. Let me pot it up. Hey, you're on the Jeff Adams Show. Who's this? Hello.
This is Sal the Stingray. I'm from Crystal River.
Yeah?
And I believe your last caller was gloating about how he caught a stingray. Well, let me tell you something. It's not very, not very funny because now I got a piece of nylon cord stuck in my mouth and I can't swim around very well. around very well because your last caller, who was all fun about going and fishing, but mysteriously caught a stingray. Well, now I can't even drink my Diet Coke.
Let's
my
pull.
Diet Coke anymore because I got this nylon string caught in my throat.
Let's pull Matt back up.
No.
Matt, you there? You there, Matt?
He's laughing.
Yeah.
Is that Matt? Is that the stingray that you got?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I guess that's not it. Sal.
Hello, it's Matt. Matt, I've got a piece of nylon cord stuck in my throat with your initials on it, Bucko.
Oh.
Now, you want to tell me how I'm supposed to get this lodged from my esophagus? No.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Okay, ain't no striper still want to get that out of my throat.
I think this Sal guy. I think I know his voice.
Yeah, he's a stingray from Crystal
He's a
River.
stinger from Crystal River.
It's not really a stingray.
What?
It's a brackish voice. I got a brackish voice because the water's so murky.
A brackish voice.
Yeah, it's brackish.
Does this stingray do set designs?
Nope. Stingray is a retired Chippendales dancer.
Oh. Boy. You should have went with us to Vegas. You could have got some work.
Hi-oh.
I mean from Disney, you jerk.
Oh, Disney. Way to tie it in there, Disney.
Yeah,
Disney.
that Chippendales dance.
All right, Stingray. Thanks for calling.
Anyways,
Well, that was interesting. I knew who it was, but I didn't want to blow his cover. Well, speaking of Disney, Star Wars. He's still laughing. I have a brackish water voice, whatever he said. That was pretty funny. Did you guys see this? When Star Wars trailer came out, there was a thing that Chewie does stand up. You guys seen that skit?
No.
Pretty funny.
It's got to be hilarious.
I don't know what people come up with this stuff, but you get sucked into it, and I guess when you do something once in a while, you can come up with creative stuff. But like, you have to come up with it every single day. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, wears you out.
Just like this show right now, it's like I don't think I can do it much longer.
Running out of fumes.
Yeah, but he did this skit doing stand-up comedies. Like it's Chewbacca in New York. He's like eating a pizza and he's like prepping himself, getting ready for stand-up, and it's pretty funny. Like in the video. You see all these people walking by, and then you see like the stormtrooper walk by, and he gives them the camera the finger. I thought it was funny, but anyways. Did you guys hear about this? This is crazy. Speaking of Disney, a woman is suing Disney World.
Get in line.
Well, yeah.
I know, right?
But get this. I mean, she found a D chip in her body that she thinks that Disney implanted in her somehow.
Wow.
After finding the chip, Hooker, her last name's Hooker.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Slow down.
Yeah,
Chippendale Hookers.
Her last name is Hooker. Claims she was able. Well, someone stick through with it. Never mind. D-chip. Hooker claims she was able to find out more info about it. She states that after she gathered intelligence from those who actually operate the D-chip that was planted inside her is owned by Walt Disney World, which is crazy. I mean, at first I thought this lady was crazy, and then I read the whole article. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If she actually found a D chip inside her skin, and the people traced it back to Disney World, okay, she has court evidence of this chip that was inside of her skin that is owned by Walt Disney World.
Where was it?
I didn't say. Maybe someone gave her the D or something.
All right.
I don't. Hey! The D chip. That was
okay.
We just lost our family broadcasting license.
That is at the door.
Yeah, but that should be interesting to follow. See if this thing has any credibility to it. Because I felt like a couple times before you got in a ride, you get pricked by something.
Looks like the chat room is blaming Jeffy from the Blaze. That's his work.
Jeffy from the Blaze.
From the Blaze. He does some. He likes to do that stuff.
Golden Corral. I thought it was an interesting story. Years ago, I used to work custodial there when I was a teenager, and I got pricked by something.
Really?
Wasn't a D chip.
You say years ago. Like, can we go more than years? I think it's
It'd be like that.
longer than that.
It'd be like the Walter Cronkite thing in Spaceship Earth. Eons and eons ago.
Or like the beginning of Star Wars, you know,
Did you ever,
long time.
Is Walter Cronkite still in that Spaceship Earth ride? Eons and eons
I don't
ago.
know.
I haven't been in Disney in a while.
Yeah.
I know they redid it, so I don't know if they redid the audio or if they redid, you know, like the sets and the stuff that you see. I haven't been on it in a while.
Oh, anyway, so I get this story. We got to get that guy on, too. I saw him on Twitter. He does the Magic Kingdom podcast, and he lives in Orlando, doesn't he?
There's a bunch of
the guy
them.
that won?
Yeah, that one guy.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming on the show.
Yes.
Lose the man.
I got him.
Pretty good. But anyways, I worked at Custodio at Disney World, and I was like 16 years old, and Custodio was like nasty work because it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
You had to walk. You had like certain lands you were assigned to that week or during the day. You had Frontierland, so you got you never were in the same spot, but you got to like walk around your land and just sweep up cigarette butts, trash. But you always had a trash run at the end of the night or end of the day, or you know, they did like 4 or 5 trash runs a day, and then into the night. But I remember one time I picked something up, and this is like before the whole HIV scare or whatever, but I picked these liners up because they have this whole underground garbage can system. They have these pipes, these yellow things, and they don't use any garbage bag liners. You just pour the trash pail into this yellow thing, but you have like this cart you take around and you just rotate the trash around until you get the yellow dumpster thing. So I remember picking this thing up, and I went to go smash them down, and something pricked me. It was a needle.
Wow.
It was a needle that I got pricked with. I don't know if it was like for someone that was, diabetes or whatever, but I freaked out about it. It pricked my hand.
Wow.
You know? That was pretty scary.
That's scary stuff.
I got the D chip.
Yeah, you did.
Have you checked yourself?
But you know, that's funny. You read that story, it's like her last name was Hooker. She got implanted by the D chip. But this is
you can't make this stuff up.
This was on New York Daily News. This is not. Whenever New York Daily News posts, it's got to be real, right?
It's got to be real.
If it's on the internet, it's real.
That makes it real.
But
too.
I searched it. There's a lot of different newspapers that actually. I'd like to see where this goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Because that would be very, very scary.
Yeah.
Your kind of topic. That's your kind of topic.
She's claiming that.
Does she make any claims of what information it is that they're, you know, if they got this information on her? Like, what is it? Is it?
Did they take it out?
What is she saying? I guess some people were saying maybe they implant something in to read her, track her, and then like implant into her blood system that she needs to go to Disney World, which I think is bizarre. She didn't say that.
Did she work at Disney? Was she a previous?
Didn't say. Didn't say.
When you bring information, you need more than just.
I'm literally copy and paste my notes.
Oh, so you just plagiarize.
Right here on my notes on my iPad.
You just
The
plagiarize.
whole article from New York Post. Nothing.
It's not plagiarism if you're citing your source.
And Hooker claims she was
implanted
by the D chip.
I think we found today's title for the show.
Orlando, Florida.
Hooker finds the D.
Yeah.
Chip. ... Oh man, how would you even have a last name Hooker?
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
Hooker.
There's no C on that one.
I mean, you could just go through school.
That'd be tough.
It's little kids.
I hate, be called last name Adams.
Right.
You know how many Chef Adams were at NAB? I went to go check in for something. They go, are you with so-and-so? No.
Oh, yeah.
You with so-and-so? Nope. I'm like, how many Jeff Adams are there? But I used to hate the Jeff Adams because everybody used the Adams family.
Yeah.
But the Adams family had 2 Ds, not 1.
Right.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. Sounds the same.
Yeah.
We had 2. They had 2 Ds. We had 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't get crazy with the D chips.
Right.
So you only have 1 D chip.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. We'll find out about this D chip thing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it goes.
If Disney World's implanting people with D chips, the Disney chip, what exactly is they injecting us?
Disney does give you that little wristband.
Yeah, but
oh yeah, but that's not. You can take it off. It's not implanted.
Maybe it's in Buzz Lightyear. If a laser hits you or something,
it counts every time.
That felt so real. My gosh. And then you come home. Gosh, what's going on?
What is up?
I want to go back to Disney.
Yeah, you start talking like Disney characters.
Right.
I'm Buzz Lightyear.
It's like Tourette's, only instead of like cursing and screaming, it's just random Disney voices.
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
Hey, that's a good TV show.
The Mickey Mouse Playhouse?
Yeah.
You still watch it without your son being here?
Yes, sir.
You do, without your son?
Yes.
When your son's not here, you still watch Mickey Mouse Playhouse?
Yes.
Wow, Chris. You must be really lonely.
I am.
What's that?
Hey, she's from West Virginia.
Who? Yeah, she is.
Yeah, Julie Lynn Hooker. From West Virginia.
She drinks Mountain Dew, too. The dew of choice in the mountains.
They're blaming it on the Small World attractions. That's where...
Oh, you found another story?
Yes, sir.
All right, so she's blaming it on Small World. Was it Disney World Orlando or Disneyland California?
It says those who visit... Where am I? That's not me. That's me. It says Hooker seeking monetary damages from Disney and has taken that the chip be removed from her body. Friday said Disney had yet to comment and acknowledge the lawsuit. Those who visit Disney World or Disneyland may believe that the things is like Small World attractions. But Julie Hooker thinks that Disney took a step further and implanted the D chip into her for some reason or another. And her lawsuit intends to help fix the situation.
Well,
but this is the thing.
Her girlfriend actually has reported, she says, the reason it happened, because my girlfriend is a hooker.
But see, this is where it gets weird for me. It says that she's the plaintiff and she's representing herself.
Oh, wow.
So
it's not going anywhere.
So let's see how far that goes.
Yeah, maybe she just made the story up and she's just trying to get a quick money to settle out of court.
I think so.
That sounds more likely.
It says Julie Lynn Hooker is the plaintiff and will be presenting herself in the case, which had originally complaint filed last month in Kewanna Circuit Court, and Judge Carey had the case assigned to her. So I don't know. Maybe she wants a 5-minute. You know what I'm gonna do?
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna track her down.
Track her down and get her on the show.
I'm gonna get her on the show.
But I heard at Busch Gardens they implanted it in the bush.
And that's where we end the show.
A Vegas zinger.
Hey, here's the chat room. They're kind of chipping in, and you guys should go to the JeffAdamShow.tv and chime in too. It says, "Can't wait for the Hooker versus Disney." Wow. It says it's interesting, isn't it? We'll see how that goes. She found here's a little bit more. She found a chip made out of rubber material implanted in her body. So the D was rubber.
Oh my gosh. The story just keeps going on.
Yeah.
She found it in her rectum. She had to pull it out.
That's what I'm reading here. It doesn't say where in the body was located. It just says the woman says that Disney somehow implanted the D chip into her body and is out of rubber material.
Weird. And that's the crazy thing. You find these stories like on Facebook. You go, oh wow. Then you start researching, make sure it's not, a fake story. But New York Daily News ran it as a story. Can't get more credible than that.
Yeah, not at all.
So I pulled out.
I took mine from the Inquisitor. So we have different.
The Inquisitor is the one I challenged, and I went and found it on New York Daily News.
And actually, I'm looking at the West Virginia legal record, and I'm reading her statement. And again, she does not say where it is. It actually still in her body.
Weird.
So
she morphs into Disney characters. Let it go, let it go.
She's probably part of the cast of Frozen too.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna leave on that note. What a wings! All the creativity's out the door of this show. We're still brainwashed from Vegas.
Still coming back.
We're still thinking about Vegas. It was a good time though. Good job, Jeff, for that research, getting that hooker after Vegas. It's pretty good. Good job.
Good research. It all ties in.
It all ties in.
Absolutely.
I have to ask Randy about that.
Absolutely.
All right. Until next time. Peace out, homies.